Kate was against the move right from the start, but I couldn't wait to get out. I hated Kate's Melbourne friends. Kate's Melbourne friends hated my films. They were about middle-class trendies. The truth is, they were the biggest middle-class trendies of the lot. Melbourne breeds them. Pricks. Loathsome, do-gooding, trendy pricks. Stuff them.
Didn't you think I might miss my friends?
But we told you we might be going to Sydney. You said it was fine.
Always say you might be doing something, and you never do.
I nearly didn't go. Sydney always seemed to me a city without a soul. My Melbourne friends cared about more than money and fame. They cared about people, causes, justice. Colin was sure it was right for both of us. And in the end, without knowing quite why, I went.
You see the big property one without me.
Penny, take this going. Sarah, move it now. Okay?
Coming through. Sam, come on. Oh, Penny, I left that space for the word processor, for God's sake.
My bag there.
Get it out of there. I've got... Penny, will you take that thing out? This is $15,000 worth of fucking equipment here.
I'll do it.
Dog! Ow! Ow, look what you've done, my... Turds.
Hey, Penny. Is that a trams in Sydney? Of course they don't, stupid. They've got the monorail. What's that? Don't you know anything?
Now, don't start squabbling. It's a long trip.
Colin?
What?
That your sister Sam?
How many stars has this place got?
We're only here for one night.
Thank God. You get Melbourne channels here?
I haven't got a clue.
We're going to have separate rooms.
Sorry.
What are you doing, huh?
Lady.
Stop that pitch, face!
Huh?
I can't see out the back. Can you get your head split over?
Don't let me hit the truck!
What?
You nearly hit the truck!
Colin?
Keep your seatbelts on. They might pass the turn off.
Yes!
Look at that. It's beautiful.
It's nice. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Come on, Goffy, let's go.
Hedge is really grown. Nice chimney. One on the right.
Falling down.
Sam, can you pick that box up?
Oh, why does it always have to be me? Because it's your junk. Hey, Penny, do you think this place is haunted? Oh, shut up, Penny.
Oh, God, what have we done?
What a dump. Oh, God.
Sydney's full of them. It's a harbour city.
Yuck.
All harbour cities have cockroaches. The ships bring them in.
Smells, Mum. Hey, Goff, if you see a rat, kill him, okay? boy. The door won't even open. Does this house normally cost as much as the old Melbourne house?
Houses cost much more up here.
Why?
Because more people want to live here.
Why?
What other city in the world could offer a view like this?
Rio. But I'm prepared to believe it's the second most beautiful city in the world.
I used to come here when I was a kid. I'd go back with my head full of images of lushness, green leaves dripping over sandstone walls, blue water lapping at the sides of ferries, flame trees, jacarandas.
Yes, there's no lack of colour.
It's a hint of decadence, too, which for someone from the Puritan South is quite appealing.
I didn't drag you up here then?
No, I love it.
I hate it.
Oh, Kate. It's one of the most stunning cities in the world. Look at that view.
To judge a city by the views it offers is the height of superficiality. I'm sorry, Elaine, but this city is dreadful. The media here is devoted to trivia. The places to be seen dining in, the clothes to be seen wearing, the films to be seen seeing. It's all glitter and image and style. New York without the intellect.
What's Melbourne? Perth without the sunshine. Kate's convinced Sydney's full of con men, crooks and hustlers.
She's right.
Melbourne has its quota of shysters.
Sydney is different. Money is more important here.
Why? Why more so than Melbourne?
To edge yourself closer to a view. In Melbourne, all views are equally depressing, so there's no point. No one in Sydney ever wastes time debating the meaning of life. It's getting yourself a water frontage. People devote a lifetime to the quest.
Well, I thought you liked the place.
I do. It's my city. I accept it for what it is. Just don't behave as if you're still in Melbourne, because if you do, you'll get done like a dinner.
The outline of my new project.
Colin, what a nice surprise.
I think it's going to be the best thing we've ever done together. I shouldn't have been so bloody reckless. What kind of idiot uproots himself from a lifetime of connections for childhood memories of flame trees and jacarandas? Lunatic! But was it just that? Wasn't there a little grub in my soul hungry for the lionising and celebrity mania that grips the harbour city?
Hi.
Hi.
You Colin Rogers.
Yes?
I just wanted to say that I love your work. I've seen most of your films.
Thank you.
I want to write films. But whenever I sit down at the typewriter, nothing seems to come out. Where do you get your ideas?
Stories I hear, things I see going on around me. Sometimes they just seem to come out of nowhere.
Really? I wish they'd come out of nowhere for me.
Kate, you should meet Kath. Kath Mitchell, this is Kate Rogers.
Hello.
Hi.
Kath's working on a book. From what I've just been hearing, it could be quite something. What's it about?
A black woman's struggle. I think it's going to be very strong.
If you want to write, there's really only one rule. Stick at it.
It must be really, really hard.
It isn't easy. Quite honestly, you're lucky you're not a writer. Many ways I was happy when I was teaching at university. At least I didn't wake up in the morning and open my newspaper and find some critic had done a hatchet job on me and wonder how me and my enemies were opening the champagne.
Oh, but don't let that stop you.
I won't. Would you excuse me?
Sure. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry.
Comes a dickhead.
Oh my God.
About your bones cheering when you went cycling. No, that's how Tuscany is. We don't ruin.
Elaine! Why was Elaine avoiding me? Did it mean she didn't like my outline? It's the best bloody thing I'd ever done.
Yeah, the only route that counts, mate, is the one you haven't in the film commission. I was
Colin Rogers.
Right.
Rick McCord. Welcome to Sydney.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you here before.
I don't usually come to these sort of things. I haven't.
I go to all the cocktail parties. That's a golden rule of Sydney life. It's the only time you'll ever learn anything. I saw one of your old movies at the weekend on the video.
Ah, which one?
Days of Wine and Whitney.
Uh-huh.
I liked it. I can't understand why the critics were so savage.
Well, most of the critics were very good.
I must have read a bad one. I liked it. Now, I thought that was good entertainment.
Well, a little more than that, I hope.
Oh, the end was a bit of a worry. I would have been inclined to tie up the loose ends.
Loose ends were symptomatic of the times. You write yourself, do you?
I've got a few projects on the boil, yeah.
What sort of projects?
Contemporary, international action adventure. They are films that'll sell all over the world.
That's what I should be writing, is a contemporary international action adventure.
Yeah, look at them. Yeah, look at them. Yesterday's men cranking out pictures that nobody wants anymore. Slow pans over the vast outback. Look, it's about time we wake up to the fact that what little history we've had is so bloody dull that it's not worth mythologising about it. Now, what are you working at the moment?
Another script.
Contemporary?
Recent history.
You've given up on the middle classes.
I felt like a change.
Ah. Who's producing? Elaine Ross?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Have you asked her yet?
Not yet, no.
Ever thought of producing yourself?
Well, it's hard enough to write them.
It's worth it, you know. More money and you get greater artistic control.
Oh, Elaine's always done my scripts very well. But
if you're happy, that's fine. Look, I've got a couple of ideas I'd like to talk to you about. You got a couple of days next week, couple of hours someday?
You talked to Elaine last night?
no.
She read the new script yet?
Well, I don't know.
How long she had it now?
2 bloody weeks.
Very rude. The least she could have done was tell you whether she'd read it or not.
Maybe her 5-hour lunches don't give her much time. Or leave her in any condition to absorb new material. This is probably her now. Hello? Penny!
Hi, Manon. Where did you get to on Saturday night? Really? Julian's going to be furious.
Don't talk all day.
All right.
We're leaving in 3 minutes.
Is my father hassling me?
So have you fed dog?
Not yet.
Well, do it. We're leaving in 2 minutes.
That's arrived. Here's the shopping list.
Oh, come on, you don't have to do
You
that.
lost 2 last week. Can you phone the stove, people? The rear left burner isn't working and the washing machine won't do the full cycle.
Well, when am I supposed to do any bloody work? I mean, you fit off to your office and leave me to deliver the kids to school and to get the shopping and do the painting and fix everything that needs fixing. When am I supposed to do my work?
Your hours are flexible. Mine aren't.
Well, it's not fair.
No, really?
Bye, Manon. Feed your dog!
Colin.
Just passing by, thought I'd drop in and say hello.
How nice.
Busy?
Yes, I am.
Won't keep you long. Have you had a chance to glance at my outline?
Your outline is just a quick...
It's very rough.
It's interesting. I was expecting something contemporary.
Were you? What was that?
Everything else you've done's been contemporary. I didn't think the assumption was unreasonable.
I wanted to move away from contemporary. People have been suggesting that's all I can do.
What people?
Critics, friends.
Never let critics force you into areas you don't want to go.
I did want to go. It's a story that's important to me.
Coast watches.
My uncle was one during the war.
My aunt wrapped Red Cross parcels. Cinema hasn't suffered irreparably because her story remains untold.
Your aunt didn't risk her life in Japanese-occupied territory reporting enemy aircraft movement and saving this country from invasion.
You think it'll have wide appeal?
Absolutely.
Well, let's have lunch.
You don't
next
think
week.
it'll have
No,
wide-
let's have lunch and talk about it next week.
Elaine, these men were incredibly brave. Didn't you feel at least slightly moved by what you read in that outline? I mean, when was the last time you saw anybody in today's society risking their lives for their fellow countrymen? These men were heroes. Genuine old-fashioned heroes. Can't we make films about heroes anymore?
Colin Rogers seemed quite nice.
He's up himself.
No. No, I thought he seemed very modest.
And so he should be.
He's had 8 screenplays shot, which is 8 more than you.
But he's come to the end of his era. What the public wants now is action and excitement in their movies.
If you think his era's over, then why are you going to see him?
Who could fault her? I still look at her and can't believe it's me who gets into bed with her every night. I get erections when I hear her on the phone. I watch her talking to other men and I wonder how they can keep their hands off her. And she's funny and smart. And when we screw, she goes, like she's eating just a baglioni. And when she comes, she shakes like a jet hitting turbulence. I'm not putting this at all sensitively, but what I'm trying to say is that if what I feel for her isn't love, then it's pretty bloody close.
Well, I thought he was very attractive.
It's the power of the media. It's because some woman's magazine says he sleeps in red pyjamas.
In the nude. He sleeps in the nude.
Well, I sleep in the nude, but it doesn't get you excited.
Because you're not famous.
I will be famous one day, more than he is.
When you get famous, I'll get excited.
I had to prove to every bastard who'd sneered at the mention of my name that I was a top talent waiting for the right time and the right game, and I'd found it. Every time I thought of Helen, it made me more desperate to succeed. I'd won her on a promise of future greatness, and time was running out, because none of those miserable merchant bankers was ever going to trust a script with my name on the front, even if they loved it. The wives loved it, the secretaries loved it, and they gave off the odour of dollars. With Colin Rogers' name on it, my career was launched. And right from the moment that she's come on board, the 16-year-old spunk is the centre of the tension, right, mate? And finally, the captain gets her alone on the prawn boat at 200 yards off the shore. And he says to her, right, take your pick. Me or the crocodiles? Oh, mate, she dives over the side and she thrashes towards the shore. And the croc glides up behind her. She's almost at the beach. Bang! There's a lot of mileage in a croc death, mate, if it's done properly. There's a lot more impact than a shark. What do you reckon of the concept?
Sounds highly commercial. What are you going to call it? Prawn Wars?
Night boats. Well, nothing's set in concrete, mate. I mean, like, the captain can follow her over the side and he can get taken by the crocodile. Look, what I want is for you to co-write it with me. You know, you get first credit, of course, and then we produce it ourselves, and that way we get some money and we keep control. We don't have these pans over the sunset golfs or third-rate Australian actors in it. Do you know what I reckon was the best bit of casting in an Australian movie? The friggin' horse in Farlap.
I've always thought the casting in my movies was very good.
Yeah? Who cast Cooper Johnson in Days of Wine and Whitlam?
Elaine Ross.
Mate, Cooper Johnson might look great in rock clips, but he's a disaster on film. The public knows he can't act, so they stayed away in droves.
Stayed away in droves?
Well, it made his money back.
It made a healthy profit.
It could have made a massive profit, mate. That was a bloody good script. Didn't you get best screenplay at...
Berlin.
Berlin, right. Not best actor, not best director, best screenplay. Now, that was one of the best screenplays ever written in this country, and the public stayed away in droves. And you know why? Because Elaine Knucklehead Ross cast in the lead role an actor that makes a corpse look like it was tap dancing. Eh? And look at her, living in splendour at McMahon's Point. Eh? And you're here in this shitbox. She's got the harbour view, mate. You've got the talent. Night boats, what do you reckon?
I'm not sure it's my kind of project.
Sleep on it. What do you say you're working on at the moment? It's recent history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Second World War?
Yes, why?
You know Gary McBride at Channel 10?
No.
Gary's a great mate of mine. He said Second World War always rates. Now, what angle are you taking?
Coast Watchers.
Coast Watchers.
They were the men that stayed behind on Japanese-occupied islands and reported enemy ship movement by radio. They saved us from a full-scale invasion.
We could get that up straight away, mate. Gary said go straight to him.
I'm developing it for film.
Second World War does not rate on the big screen. You put it on television, it'll go through the roof, mate. That's a 6 or 8 hour mini-series. I could get a pre-sale from Gary within a week. We'll go to a merchant bank, get it underwritten. We could be shooting by August.
No, I'd rather see it as a movie.
It's an epic tale, mate. You couldn't tell it in 2 hours.
The man was patently a hustler and a spectacularly insensitive human being. It was his confidence and energy that impressed me. In my defence, it's an industry in which today's joke is tomorrow's genius. Lucas, Spielberg, laughed at by the studios when they first did the rounds. Millionaires now. He really did have the air of someone who'd make things happen. And if it didn't work out, I could always get rid of him.
Television.
A 6 or 8 hour miniseries.
Colin, I know how passionate you are about this, and I truly want to believe, but I keep stumbling over the fact that Coast Watchers basically watch Coast.
They fought guerrilla actions. They were always on the run. They ran incredible risks. My uncle told me all the stories when I was a kid.
Colin, the impact an uncle can have on a kid is one thing, but I would have to sell the concept to network executives with sloping foreheads and Neanderthal brows, who only ever ask one question. Why the hell would Mr. and Mrs. Western Suburbs want to watch that shit?
Yeah, but surely you can sell them quality occasionally.
You want to go in a new direction? I've got the perfect project for you. Know the name Tony Sanzari?
The guy whose kids were killed in that fun park accident. It's a bit of a nutcase, isn't it?
I think he's anything but a nutcase. He's got convincing proof that the so-called accident was organised by one of the country's biggest crims so that he could get the park condemned and buy it up cheap for development.
I can't get excited by corruption, Elaine. You know, it's so bloody sordid.
It's a powerful story. I want you to tell it.
I'm sorry, Elaine. It just doesn't appeal.
Colin, I've paid a fortune for the rights.
I want to do Coast Watchers.
Coast Watchers is a turkey.
How can you say that when I haven't even written it yet?
Colin, it's a turkey.
All right, I'll do it myself.
Produce it?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Colin. What experience have you ever had in production?
It's about time I learned.
Have you any idea what's involved?
Nothing that any intelligent person couldn't handle.
Is that so?
It's about time I took responsibility for the key creative decisions.
Are there any creative decisions I've taken you've been unhappy with?
One or two.
Which ones?
Casting Cooper Johnson in Days of Wine and Whitlam.
Cooper was wonderful.
I thought he was wooden.
Wooden?
Mahogany, teak, possibly even West Australian jarrah.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't mention your doubts about him when I showed you the screen test. You didn't seem to have any of these polished wood anxieties then. In fact, you told me he was the only possible choice.
Well, everybody gets a bit carried away at the beginning of a movie.
I'm sorry you won't do the Sanzari story, Colin. I think it's going to make the writer who does do it very famous.
Ian, I read hundreds of manuscripts a year. Some of them have a hint of talent, a few of them show real promise. But about once every 5 years, something like this turns up. A major new writer. And when that happens, it makes the previous 5 years seem worthwhile.
Is that good?
It's brilliant.
Autobiographical, do you think?
Oh, yes, strong elements. But there's not a trace of self-pity, not a trace.
Oh, thank God she sent the manuscript to us.
It wasn't exactly an accident, Ian. I was onto it before she'd done 3 chapters.
I bet you were. All right. I'll read it tonight. Ian Wall.
You know what he said? Can you believe this? Blacks don't sell books.
Blacks don't sell books.
Books by black authors about black problems just don't sell because there's too much white guilt. I couldn't believe I was hearing it. Dinner will be ready in 5 minutes, Penny. She lied about where she was last weekend.
Penny, she's never lied in her life.
Well, she's just started.
Wasn't she here last weekend?
Colin, as a father, you're a joke.
As a wife, you don't give me many laughs.
If you ever give another interview in which you claim to do 50% of the household chores and put the responsibility of fatherhood before your work, I'll ring the bloody journalist and demand the right of reply.
I do the shopping.
I pin a series of lists headed delicatessen butcher, greengrocer to your jumper, which you usually manage to leave at the right shop and which you often manage to collect. I am the one that does all the thinking.
I'll do the thinking. You spend an hour a day behaving like a forklift truck. Ever had a prolonged conversation with Doug the butcher? He's a really nice guy, but after the weather it can get tricky. Especially when the only reason he can think of as to why I do the shopping at 10 every morning is that I'm the boyfriend of a Qantas flight director.
Let him think it.
I don't want him to think it.
Nothing wrong with being gay.
Nothing wrong at all, except I'm not. And while we're on this, will you stop all that nauseating stuff with young Sam about no one knows what one's sexual preferences will be until one grows up, but if one's sexual preferences do turn out to be minority preferences, one must never be ashamed of it.
You're just prejudiced against gays.
I'm not at all prejudiced against gays. I just don't want the kid to feel guilty if by some odd chance he grows up hetero.
You are prejudiced.
It took 15 million years of evolution for my genes to get to me. I'd just like to see them go a tiny bit further. Where was Penny?
At the disco.
How did you find that out?
A 23-year-old German tourist turned up on our doorstep looking for our daughter.
What did he want?
Apparently, he felt an offer had been made on the dance floor.
We thought you were at Manon's place studying.
Oh, my friend's got a disguise.
Penny, You're only 13.
14, Colin.
Nearly 50.
It's still too young to be going to discos. Penny, that's where all the drug pushers operate.
You just tell them to go away.
What, they're there, openly.
Do you really think I'm stupid enough to take drugs? Great kind of faith you've got in me.
Penny, come back here at once. You've got to do something.
I've stopped this week's pocket money.
Oh, that'll really strike terror into her.
What do you want me to do, lock her in a dark cupboard for a month?
For Christ's sake, this is serious. She's rubbing shoulders and God knows what else with pushers and pimps. You let her go on like this, she'll end up in William Street hopping into passing Jaguars.
If you're so worried, you can take over the problem, and you can handle Sam as well.
Sam? What's wrong with Sam?
He's apparently running a protection racket in his 6th grade.
A protection racket.
You can go to the schools and hear the bad news next time. I'm sick to death of organising this menagerie. I've got problems of my own.
That black woman's novel.
I wish you wouldn't keep calling her that black woman.
Well, what am I expected to call her? That woman whose complexion is not as ours.
Call her by her name.
Well, I forget her name.
Take the trouble to learn it. Her name is Kath Mitchell, and her book is called...
Black Rage.
See?
See what?
The Tone of Contempt.
Well, it's a terrible title.
Thanks, I've thought of it. Just because she's black and a woman doesn't entitle you to dismiss her or her work.
I haven't.
You better not. It gives her work a lot of power.
Whereas mine, being pale and male, is limp.
Your work hasn't got her power, no.
Thank you.
I am tired of organising this family, Colin. You're too self-obsessed ever to do your share, and I'm starting to feel very, very trapped.
I knew the dream behind that threat. A room in Glebe, where she'd write short stories for women's anthologies. And they'd all be about leaving a husband who was so thick he had to have shopping lists pinned to his jumper and so right-wing he voted Labour.
Yeah, Ned Wise was felt a disaster, mate. Yeah, they put it in the 3rd house in the Hoyts complex. It only did 7,000. Not the first day, the first week. Yeah, have you seen it? There's a character says, I don't know why we're doing this, and there's someone in the audience shouted out, neither do we. Yeah, okay, 2 o'clock. Right. I'll just make one more call.
Mike fascinated me. I felt like a zoologist who discovered a new species, Port Jackson huckster.
Bob, how about a drink, mate? Yeah, 6:30, Admiral's Cup Bar.
He kept ringing around an endless list of contacts, all male, and arranging meetings.
You heard about Terrysville, huh? Disaster, mate. Absolute disaster. It took 3,000 over the long weekend. Disaster.
It seemed crucial to Mike that everything failed. If there was a film due for release that seemed in any danger of being a success, Mike and his drinking mates would expend enormous amounts of energy cracking its pretensions like a walnut.
6:30, right? Yeah.
Terry's film not doing well?
Disaster.
Terry could have asked me to write that and I would have made that work. But he didn't. They never do.
The reason producers weren't flocking to him was that they had egos almost as big as his. And who'd enjoy crawling on their bellies like I had to? Terry, how'd the film go, mate? Off. Phew, that's quick. Right, mate? Yep, see ya. I was beginning to wonder if I'd last the distance. My stomach was giving me hell. I was taking 3 times as many tablets a day as I should, but it was having about as much effect as pissing on a bushfire. Ooh.
Morning. You and Mike? I was going to pop my head in last night and say hello, but I thought I wouldn't interrupt. You stayed overnight.
Yeah, I thought we'd get an early start this morning.
You're going to work here again today?
Working here from now on in. Same old shit.
Could you possibly leave the paper there on the table when you finish with it?
I like to glance at the headlines before the children get up.
Making coffee?
Yes.
Oh, could you pour me a strong black with 2 sugars?
You married, Mark?
Oh, I have been twice.
Not now?
No, present lady won't marry me.
What does your friend do?
Not nearly enough.
Is she not working?
Freelance PR gets about 1 decent job a month and normally screws that up.
Does she mind you having such a low opinion of her?
Got a good point.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, well, she's a woman, which is more than you can say for half the dragons in this town.
What exactly do you mean, Mike? She's a woman.
What, looks good, wears nice clothes, doesn't screech at you like a white cockatoo. But she's funny. There's the occasional tantrum, and she's so sexy, she's dangerous.
That's your definition of a woman.
Yep, and I'm sticking with it.
Don't you think it's a little bit limited?
Some women want to be pile drivers, that's fine, as long as they don't expect me to get under them.
He's awful.
Well, he certainly drinks too much.
I didn't think men like that still existed. What kind of woman would tolerate him?
Some little scrubber who enjoys being booted around, I suppose.
What are you doing working with the man?
I'm producing Coast Watchers myself. I need some help.
You're going to let him co-write the script.
He's sitting there writing what I tell him to.
His name will be on it as co-writer.
Everybody's going to know he didn't do anything. All he's done up to now is script edits and so these.
So what are you doing working with the man?
Mike's giving me the confidence to realise I can produce my own scripts.
You've never had any complaints about Elaine up to now.
She hated Coast Watchers. I don't want to work with somebody who doesn't believe in what I'm doing. Let her find somebody else to make her rich.
Make her rich?
Who's got the stunning harbour view? She has, not me.
This city's getting to you already. He's using you, Colin. You think you're using him, but he's using you.
I can look after myself.
The subject Coast Watchers, quite frankly, interested me about as much as going to bed with a 6 foot 14 stone lesbian, which I have done under odd circumstances I won't bore you with. But the turd can write. I started reading the words I was typing out of sheer boredom and found that this arrogant prick striding up and down like Napoleon with growth hormones was telling a story that was getting me in.
Trouble with this scene is there's nothing at stake. See, unless you've got something at stake, all you have is 2 people chatting. What's at stake?
What's at stake?
A nurse. An Australian nurse. A hospital ship sunk, but she's made it ashore. Ray sees her coming. The Japs are pursuing her, but he gets her to safety. It's love at first sight. Wham!
Wham?
Yeah. You ever had that shock of seeing a woman for the first time and wham, you killed for her?
No.
Yeah, I did a few weeks ago. I met this girl at a party. Tall, slim, beautiful. Sort of woman you'd kill for.
Who?
I didn't get a name.
You'd kill for her and you didn't get a name.
I'm married.
How soon do they screw?
Who?
Ray and the nurse.
They can't. They can't. They could be on this island for years, and if she gets pregnant, big problems.
Well, it doesn't rule out oral sex, though. I mean, we could have this scene where he starts kissing her toes and then he works his way up. And then we just cut when he gets to the thighs.
I forget the nurse.
No, I reckon that'd work.
No, forget it. Bad idea.
Welcome to Wandon Valley. I brought you some lamington. Thank you. Do you know you? It's lovely.
You should be doing your homework. You've heard the dog?
Urine.
Not in a minute. Now. Do it now. Now. Go on, get out.
Hi, Mum.
Oh, I see. What's wrong? Hello, darling. Have a nice day.
I'm so angry, I can't even talk about it.
Ian still won't publish.
The children are screaming for food, I suppose.
No. We'll phone up and get some pizzas.
I know you don't understand my passion about this book.
Of course I do. Come on, I'm not totally insensitive.
I was nearly in tears today. I'm going to have to resign.
No, you won't. He'll change his mind.
Oh, no, he won't. He's gutless and he just doesn't care. I didn't mean to hurt you about your work. You write beautifully. You can't be expected to write with Kathy's power and passion when you've led such a cosseted life. What's wrong?
Well, that's a bit like saying, I'm sorry I said you were indescribably ugly. I've just seen your parents and I can understand why.
Morning. Bye.
Bye.
God, I watched butter and cake this morning.
Her boss won't publish a book she thinks is crucial.
What's it about?
Young girl trying to break out of the black urban poverty cycle.
What's her boss's name?
Ian Wall. He reckons blacks don't sell books.
What's the name of the author?
Kath Mitchell.
Oh.
Morning, Ian Wall.
Ian, there's a rumour going round you won't publish Kathy's book.
Kathy who?
Kathy Mitchell!
Who's this talking?
Never you mind who this is speaking. Just you listen to me, Gubba. There's a lot of people reckon that she's one of the most important writers in this country at the moment. And that's the most important book on the black problem. Now, we hear that you're not publishing that book because you said that black doesn't sell. Now, we reckon that's a pretty racist statement.
Look, that is absolutely untrue. That is not true.
Yeah, well, that's what we believe.
Yeah, well, who the hell are you?
Yeah, we give you 24 hours. Then we're going to come down there, and we're going to protect stuff all around your building, and then we're going to call in the media.
Jesus Christ, Mike, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing?
Blowtorch to the belly.
Why didn't you answer me?
I was busy.
Doing what?
Cleaning out this cage. Oh, dear, the cage just swung shut on me.
You never guess what happened.
What?
Ian got a call from this black guerrilla group who threatened to bomb the building if he didn't publish. You should have seen the panic. It was wonderful.
Did you call the police?
God, no, he's terrified of bad publicity.
So he's going to publish?
3,000 copies. What's your news?
I forgot the dishwashing powder and the broccoli and the dried apricots.
Oh.
They were on the list, but I went straight to the breakfast foods first. Even when I was doing it, I kept saying, don't forget the apricots, don't forget the apricots, but I did.
I'm sorry I've been so down on the kids lately. When you're having a bad time at work, everything can seem pretty black.
No, you're quite right. The kids are appalling. What does getting with me?
Why?
Well, it's all our daughter talks about on the phone. And she seems to be one of the most frequent getters with in town.
It's just petting. Surprising as it may seem, they're all still virgins.
The most sophisticated bunch of virgins I've ever heard.
It's all very innocent. Don't get depressed.
The only thing that depresses me is how interesting it all sounds. When was the last time we leapt to the phone to hear who had just got with what?
It's ironic, isn't it? We can have sex every night of the week, but they get 10 times the excitement we do just thinking about a session of heavy petting with some spotted adolescent.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
It happens in every marriage.
Well, it's not exactly cosmic for me either. I was watching a rerun of Ryan's Daughter the other night. I had to search my memory to work out what was happening when Sarah Miles got under that stiff-legged Englishman and started making those plaintive little yelps.
She was acting. I can't.
You want to try?
Yelp, yelp.
You all right?
Stomach upset.
It's a good project, you know. He'll go for it. Just talk to him like he's a drinking mate.
Right.
Malcolm.
Colin.
Mike McCord.
How do you do, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations on your election.
Oh, you read that embarrassing little item, did you? For my sins, I've been made president of the Friends of the Opera.
Needs all the friends he can get.
At its best, opera can be sublime.
No, I could bore people for half the cost.
Well, did you get a chance to read the script?
I read the synopsis. I've got to be honest with you. I don't think it's our sort of project.
How can you say that, Malcolm, when you've only read the synopsis? I mean, this is exciting stuff. How a handful of men saved Australia.
But no one under 50 knows Australia was even threatened. The rest of the world scarcely knows Australia even exists.
So you're saying you'll only underwrite projects that have nothing to do with this country or its history?
Colin, the only people who'd find this concept wildly exciting are the surviving coast watchers, which would give us a guaranteed audience of 3.
Malcolm, all my scripts have made money for you in the past. I mean, you owe it to me at least to read Coast Watchers.
Read Coast Watchers? I can't even think Coast Watchers without yawning.
These men risked their necks for years at a time so that you and I and all of us could be sitting here today. I mean, many of them were killed.
They had their heads chopped off. You know the Japs were actually eating these blokes?
They saved Guadalcanal, and Guadalcanal saved the Pacific.
PT Boat 109, John F. Kennedy, right? They actually saved John F. Kennedy.
Could it have an American lead?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, you could have wall-to-wall yanks in this.
If it could have an American lead, it might have a chance.
No, the Coast Watchers were Australians.
We finally got the money. It's the only way Malcolm could get Colin off his back.
You all right?
What happened to the
Very
other
good.
Where were
Very,
the
very, that's very impressive. You could
Right.
hear those board hits the frame, weren't they? Up there?
We were supposed to have more board hits than
I
that.
thought it was quite... Very good.
Mate, look, I said this guy has got to be bleeding like his stomach's cut in half.
This is that
Supposed to rip right through him. Get a
Did you
plastic
do the
bag.
Were you the airman hanging up, down, upside down in the
Some
trees?
pig's guts. When it hits him, it's got to come down. It's got to spread out like that.
We have changed the caterer,
All right.
so I think everybody's going to be much happier now.
Caterers?
They're very good.
Great. Straight. Yeah, look at this bloke. He's supposed to have been roughing it in the jungle the last 6 months. He looks like he's just had a permanent set on Oxford Street.
Mike.
Look, could you rough him up a bit, you know, make him look real, a bit of dirt under the fingernails and put some lice in the hair, you know? It's about reality, this movie. Reality.
Mike, the reality is that these guys survived because they did keep themselves together.
He's been sleeping in a stinking swamp the last 6 months.
Bullshit! I spent 2 years researching this project. I know what they did and didn't do. They did shave, they did wash, they carried soap and razors.
They didn't carry flaming blow
Oh,
dryers.
for Christ's sake, will you just let them get on with it, Phil?
Get it short, lad! Push him out!
Don't you know what realism is? Have you ever seen a Peckinpah film? What are you brought up on Truffaut?
Cut! Mike, get out of there!
When you get his head underwater, keep it there, see?
Let him up, you bloody idiot! Let him up!
Look, now he's struggling. This is realism. See?
Right! 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 Get off this set! Get out of here!
What do you mean, get out of here? I'm the bloody co-producer.
Hey.
Critics love it. We've got a disaster on our hands.
Oh, that's wonderful. Read that.
Brilliantly realised, sensitive and lyrical.
Where critics write sensitive and lyrical, the public reads slow and arty.
Oh, Mike.
Wait for the ratings.
Ring him again.
No, they'll ring as soon as the figures come through.
I don't know what you're worried about. It was wonderful. The whole country would have been watching. I cried.
You always
And
cry.
that boy, that beautiful young boy, what's that actor's name?
Gary Denton.
Gary Denton. Beautiful golden hair. I would like to have a very deep conversation with that young man.
You can barely talk.
Mike McCord. Thank you. 13.
It can't be right. You sure they didn't say 30?
No, 13. 14 in Melbourne.
13% of sets turn to us.
Disaster.
To hell with the ratings. We all know what gets ratings. Trash.
Kate, in this business, if you don't get ratings, you're dead. You can't sell your next project.
We'll sell it.
Next project.
For Christ's sake, we've just had a catastrophic failure. I'm not in the mood to be talking about what I
What's
might or might not
this
be doing
next
next. Kate,
project?
you just scored a 13. I don't want to talk about it.
Colin and I have been knocking around a couple of really good ideas.
Such as?
I don't want to discuss it.
Ideas for what? More mini-series?
No, this would be a long-running series like Dallas. The field's wide open for a major international success.
Dallas.
Barely got to discussion stage.
We make one US sale that'd make us millions.
Since when have you been interested in making millions?
What's wrong with making money?
I think it's very sad.
What?
You came to Sydney an artist. You're turning into a businessman.
We just made art and nobody watched.
Right.
there. Sorry I'm late.
It's Colin and Kate.
The girl from the party.
Hi.
Hello.
This can't be right.
There doesn't exactly seem to be a celebration going on.
This vision, this ravishing, mind-scrambling beauty can't belong to Mike. The gods are unjust, but surely not that unjust.
What were the figures?
13.
Oh my God, the series wasn't that bad.
The series was good. Too good.
No, I mean in commercial terms. It just wasn't very commercial.
Who cares? I'm about to publish a book that'll be lucky if it sells a few thousand copies, but its long-term influence will be enormous.
Mike and Colin only get paid if they get results.
Colin has been getting results. Not enough to make him a millionaire, but until very recently he never wanted that. Pocket his money. What can you do with it? Buy a house with a better view. Go for another trip to Venice.
I wouldn't say no to my first trip to Venice. Wouldn't mind a house with a better view either.
She's exactly what I expected. A carefully packaged and presented material girl of the 80s, totally self-obsessed and convinced that the trinkets of affluence are the ultimate prizes of life.
I flatter myself that I'm a progressive male, totally opposed to reducing women to sex objects. But this girl is a walking male fantasy.
Well, you're going to have to decide.
Decide what?
Between art and money.
Surely they're not always mutually excited. Exclusive, mutually exclusive. Why did I say excited?
Because he is, by me. I like that. And I like the fact that he's subtle about it. I find him very attractive. If I could shake myself free of Brainless for a weekend or two, it could be fun. Wouldn't feel the least bit guilty about his wife, either. What a dragon. That's what Melbourne does to you. Thank God I've never been there.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare what?
Shakespeare was an artist who made money.
Shakespeare made money? Surely not.
He owned 5 houses. He died a wealthy man.
If he was alive today, I very much doubt if he'd be writing Dallas.
King Lear was the Dallas of the 1600s.
King Lear was a masterpiece.
Sorry. Stomach's playing up.
We better go.
Oh,
You never know when it's going to strike. It's like a tame tiger snake.
see you later.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you out.
That's all. We can find our own way.
Oh, bye.
What do you have to pick a fight with her for?
But I'm not fighting.
Well, now she's going to go home and put the hard word on him to drop me. I'm not going to let him go until we've written a smash hit. And he can write art till his balls drop off.
Colin, I'm shocked, really shocked.
And what?
I'm shocked that you're continuing your relationship with that man and talking seriously about producing soap opera.
We're not going to produce soap opera.
Long-running series for American network soap opera. What's happening to you?
What's happening is that I'm getting older. I'm starting to have the nightmare that every writer gets, ending my life as a deadbeat, flogging scripts to producers that don't want him anymore. And it's not paranoia. It happens. Henry Lawson, our greatest writer, sent to jail because he couldn't pay his debts, ended his life begging on the streets of Sydney. Did anyone care? No one. Well, it's not going to happen to me. I'm sick of sending off scripts and waiting patiently for the call that never comes, ringing back, and finally getting someone on the end of the phone that says, sorry, we haven't had time to read your script yet. Being a writer is one of the most humiliating professions on earth, and I'm sick to death of it. I want to be a producer. I want to have money and I want to have power. I want to sit in my office with people phoning me. I want to tell my secretary that I'm busy, I'm in conference, and I can't be disturbed, and that I'll ring back later and make sure I never do. And why shouldn't I have money and power? Why shouldn't I have a great big house on the waterfront like all the rest of the coked-out mumblers out there masquerading as producers? No, I don't want to make films with a message. I want to produce a product that entertains, and I want it to make me awesomely powerful and fabulously rich.
Producer? I wasn't so appalled I'd laugh.
Would you? Why?
You can't even do the shopping without forgetting half.
What's that got to do with
You
it?
forget my birthday, the kids' birthdays, every second appointment you make. Our credit cards are always bouncing. We're always about to lose either the telephone, the electricity, or the gas because you never remember to pay.
Producing involves much more than just attention to petty details.
That fiasco of the extras.
I wrote 40 Japanese bursts from the jungle. Mike typed an extra 0.
Most producers would have spotted the error before a chartered jumbo with 400 extras arrived from Tokyo.
It's Mike's fault!
And you're going to work with him again?
Well, he'd better shape up this time, and he knows
You
it.
talk to him?
He knows it. He knows I'm not happy.
Colin, I know when you're not happy. You tap your right foot and you clench your right fist, but it's taken 18 years of marriage to spot the signals.
Mike's so insensitive, he'd be hard put to spot the irritation on the face of a charging tiger.
He knows it, though. He knows I'm unhappy.
Colin, I wish you'd just face the situation honestly. Mike's a down-market hustler. You're a writer. You might end up begging on the streets of Sydney, but that's a chance you've got to take. You're absent-minded and vague because your brain's away somewhere else working on plotline and dialogue. You wake up at night and tell me stories that you've dreamt. You mustn't try and be something that you're not.
Hey, stick in the same old rut. Let yourself be kicked from pillar to post.
You can't do something that's not in your nature. A producer's got to be ruthless.
I can be ruthless. I'm going to be the most ruthless bastard in this city.
Colin, you're about as ruthless as a toothless old pussycat.
You're wrong. I'm going to be so ruthless you wouldn't believe.
Ryan, there's these two undercover cops in Darlinghurst. Drugs, prostitutes, all the normal stuff. Except these aren't your typical cops, right? They're young, spunky, and they wear all fashion clothes. And we get the art department to do everything in pastel shades. It's full of action, car chases, and it has a rock soundtrack.
You're 4 years too late. That's Miami Vice.
No, it's different.
How's it different?
All right, there's this Korea woman. And she's divorced and she's got a kid. And she gets this housekeeper, and he's a guy. And he's got a kid.
Where's that come from?
Well, it's similar to a series in the States. Series about a DJ.
Sitting there playing records.
Things happen all the time. A gang of Arab terrorists fly in and take over the radio station.
Why would Arab terrorists endure the horrors of a 24-hour Qantas flight to take over 2GB?
Because they hijack the DJ and make demands.
Like what? No more talk back.
Hand over Arab prisoners.
Why are we holding Arab prisoners?
Well, we can plug up the plot later. It's the concept.
The concept is lousy. Mike, we've got to do something original.
Right.
Working late.
2 coffees, though.
Oh, all right. Black with 1 sugar, isn't it?
Please.
Oh, no, it's not. It's black with no sugar.
Yeah, it is, actually. I wasn't thinking.
Head like a sieve. I can never remember things like that.
I mean, either.
How'd it go today?
Oh, disaster. I'm doing the publicity for a new wave comedian from LA who's about as funny as a dead baby's doll.
You had problems.
Well, when I picked him up, he tried to get my top off. He was drunk, and then when we got to the interview, he lay on the floor and screamed at the journal to jump on him.
Jump on him?
He said she'd only come to put the boot in. Why didn't she do the job properly?
Why didn't you tell him that the journo thought he was a genius?
It's a bit hard to spread disinformation when you're being raped in peak hour traffic in George Street.
Well, if you didn't wear gear that left you open for public inspection, perhaps you wouldn't have that problem. 2 coffees. Do you think you can manage that without getting raped?
Why'd she put up with it? She deserved someone sensitive, intelligent. She deserved me, but I didn't know how to make the offer. I didn't want to wreck my marriage. I just wanted a heady, passionate affair. But if I made an approach and she refused, she'd be sure to tell Mike, and if she accepted, knowing my luck, Kate would find out and be off to her room in Glebe like a flash.
Cheer up. I'll be back Friday.
I hope it all goes well anyway.
I want to make sure they promote the book properly. After all the trouble we've had getting it into print. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Es una película que ha sido hecha son de la caída de la nieve. Tenemos que poner el pescado y tenemos que poner esos
Mike McCord.
Oh, yes. You're working with Colin.
Getting a few projects together.
Good.
You?
Getting a few projects together, too.
Good.
Quite like Coast
Could have been better.
Lacked momentum.
Right.
Second half was better.
A lot of that was mine.
You wrote the second half?
Oh, we're both still in on it. Colin ran out of steam.
The second half was quite strong emotionally.
I had to fight for that. Emotion embarrasses Colin. He doesn't seem to get stirred up by anything.
No, he doesn't.
Well, it shows up in his writing. With me, it's emotion, emotion, emotion all the way.
Well, the second half was a lot stronger emotionally.
When I write a scene, I ask the simple question, what's at stake? Nothing's at stake. All you've got is two people chatting.
Makes a lot of sense, Ian.
Mike.
Mike.
Those films that you wrote with Colin, how much of the horsepower and emotion came from you?
An enormous amount. Not that he's ever thanked me for it. You remember Days of Wine and Whitlam?
Oh, good movie.
Now, you remember how big Cooper Johnson was then, international rock star. Every producer in the country offering him roles, every one of them being turned down, except me. Now, can you believe this? Last year, without a word of warning, Colin turned on me and launched an incredible tirade about how I'd compromised the film because Cooper was a rock star. Can you believe that?
Turned on you.
I said to myself, you ungrateful swine, you ungrateful bloody swine. You and Colin working on your projects full-time, or do you have some time to spare?
Always got time to spare if the project's good enough.
Got a very good project. I should talk to you about it.
I'll give you a ring. I finally got the message. Working with Colin is leading nowhere. He didn't have a gut feel for the commercial and never would. I had my doubts about Elaine too, pompous old chook. She's got more venom than the reptile house at the zoo. But she still had a reputation around the traps. And when the word got around that I was working on one of her projects, then the real offers would start coming in.
Oh, Sir George, Black Bottom. Of course. I always knew it at first.
How do you
sorrow and the heartache of this man who loves his wife like dead in a
I don't understand. Oh, so what I said. No, no. And you convey such a wonderful feeling. A feeling on the screen.
They said to me, you cannot hold the shot for 2 minutes.
Oh, yes, really?
You know, they cried their eyes out.
Oh, excuse me. Colin.
Hello?
Hi. Kate not here?
She's interstate for a few days.
Did you like the film?
No.
Make sure you don't miss his.
Good.
Oh, brilliant. It's about this guy who loves his wife like crazy, even though she's a little bit off behaviour-wise, manic depressive, something like that. And she falls in love with a truck driver and runs off with him. And the husband sits there crying for 2 minutes and the camera doesn't move. I sat there crying my eyes out. I mean, can you imagine an Australian film having the guts to do that?
If an Australian writer scripted that, it just wouldn't get made. All they want here is power, money, lust, horses, crime, and crocodiles.
I know, I hate it.
I hate it too, but Mike and I are writing one to exactly the same formula. Makes all right for the polls. They don't have to face commercial pressures.
They have to face other kinds. The Ministry of Culture watches him like a hawk. He nearly went to prison after his last film because his main character was a corrupt party official.
Really?
Colin, I'm going to say something to you that I really shouldn't say.
Please do.
I don't think your partnership with Mike is good for either of you.
Why?
Mike's at home with power, lust, crime, crocodiles, and I'm not knocking him for it. We all have to earn a living. But occasionally, when I've seen a film like that Paul made, I wish I lived in a better world where I could say what I felt and mean what I say. And you can write films like that. And I think you should.
I have to say this, and I don't care how corny it sounds. You are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. That night when you walked onto the roof at Mike's place, I just stood there dumbstruck, absolutely dumbstruck. You must have noticed.
I did sense there was an extraordinary affinity between us.
There was an extraordinary affinity, and all I did was stand there with my mouth agape. Instead of trusting the feeling that you were feeling what I was feeling, I started feeling I might be wrong. Why is it that at the moment we should throw caution to the winds, we're struck deaf mute with panic? Helen, for God's sake, what are we going to do about this?
Let's go and book into a hotel.
A hotel? Yes, a hotel. What's a good hotel around here?
Oh, well, we'll find one.
Did I bring the car? Yeah, of course I did. Hotel, where are we? Sydney Hotel. Colin, that's a total blank. No, I didn't bring the car. Oh, we could get a cab. There's quite a nice hotel somewhere over in Manly. Colin, that's miles away. Artarmon, on the highway just down the road. You know the one I'm in?
No.
No. Actually, no, it's actually pretty appalling. No, there's no way we're going there.
We'll just get a cab. There'll be dozens.
No, I didn't bring the car. I did bring the car. I must be going crazy. Can you believe that? I did bring the car. What about Mike?
Oh, You go first. I'll think of an excuse then for you.
Meet you at the door.
Yeah. Seriously.
I'll bring him back.
Colin.
You're so beautiful.
I'll never forgive him.
You okay? Don't bother visiting.
Somebody father, you turned out to be a bastard.
We don't care if we ever see you again. Piss off!
God, what are you doing with my cock? It's raining. You're watering the garden with it.
If we...
Yeah, if we want.
$20 a blowjob. Anything kinky. Piss off.
If we go on like this, I couldn't just walk away.
I wouldn't want you to.
I know you're in there. Not my house, sorry.
What's happening?
What? Go.
No.
Helen, I'm sorry.
No, forget it.
I don't...
Get away. You're
Mike-
crazy.
God. Oh, shit. In the 70s, you could wreck marriages and traumatize kids and call it personal growth. Now we know that personal growth is a polite term for self-indulgence.
What's wrong?
Oh, Kate. What am I doing with my life? While you were away, I met a Polish director who works under daily threat and yet he makes masterpieces. I have every freedom in the world and I'm writing shit.
Not every freedom. Money men won't look at anything that's not sex or sensation.
Well, that's the excuse I use to justify what I'm doing. But honestly, isn't it just that, an excuse? Couldn't I fight harder? I mean, there must be rich men with the souls of artists out there somewhere, and it's my responsibility to find them. Why don't I? Why don't I try?
Apparently because you want money and power.
I don't want money and power.
You did last week.
Well, I don't now.
Good. Want to know my news?
What?
Black Rage has been selected as a finalist in the Booker Prize.
The Booker?
Yes.
Will you be going to London?
Yes, but not for some time. They're flying us first class.
Us?
The author, Kath Mitchell, and me.
I've never flown first class in my life.
The Booker is big time, my dear, big time. There'll be huge sales in the States if we win, huge sales. When Tom Keneally won the Booker, Steven Spielberg bought the film rights.
Wait a minute, hang on there. Wasn't Black Rage going to be the book that was only going to sell 1,000 or 2 but seep slowly into the national consciousness? Steven Spielberg, what kind of a film will Hollywood make? Aliens descending in spaceships to take off our downtrodden Aboriginals to a loving, more equitable planet. Where are your ideals, woman? What's happened to your ideals?
Nothing.
Thai Airways. Oh, you're going to be met at the door by an elegant and courteous stewardess attired in traditional Thai dress and offered French champagne and delicious crab claws to nibble on. How wonderful for you.
For once in my life, I'm going to have a bit of luxury and I'm going to enjoy it.
You're living in a city in which thousands are homeless.
I can't do anything about that in the short term, can I?
Not when you're 30,000 feet up nibbling crab's claws, no.
Whether I travel first class or not, the homeless thousands aren't going to be any better off.
They would be if you cashed in your first class ticket, went tourist and sent the Salvation Army the difference.
Tom, whenever I have any success in my career, you get nasty.
I'm not getting nasty. I just want to point out that it only takes one first class ticket and your ferocious moral standards take a nosedive.
Colin, this book's been one of my great triumphs. Can't you be a little bit more generous?
Triumph? A mouldy little book in an overrated competition? I'm just about to become the first foreign producer ever to sell a series to primetime television in the United States.
Colin, I think you're coming apart at the seams. A few minutes ago, you were ranting with Polish-fired zeal, determined to make films of quality. Now you're bursting with pride because you're about to sell schlock to a US network. What's going on in your head?
I wish I knew. Well, let's have a close-up of him kick-starting the bike.
Kickstart shots went out with Easy Rider.
What's that you're writing?
Just a thought I had.
What?
We'll come back to it later.
Well, if kickstarts went out with Easy Rider, what do you suggest?
Zoom in on the helmet snapping on and then pan down across the exhaust pipe belching fumes.
All right, write it. Right. Now, before Grant rides off, he should turn and say...
No, we don't need any dialogue. The intention's clear.
No, I just want to make the point that there's a whole lot of...
Mate, you'll no one hear what he's saying in any case over the exhaust noise and the rock track.
What are we writing here, a cartoon? We're 20 minutes into the episode and only 12 words have been spoken.
Mate, this is an 80s series in a visual medium. If you can't tell it in images, don't tell it at all.
Mike, we share 99% of our DNA with the chimpanzee. The bonus of the extra 1% is language. When the world's most advanced language computer tried to translate "the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak" into Russian, it came out "the vodka is strong but the veal is pallid."
What's the point you're trying to make?
How can we ever know our characters if they're never allowed to speak? I mean, we're writing a series about chimpanzees. Before you can be interested in a character, you've got to know how they speak and think, how they justify what they're doing to themselves and each other, how they cope with the big questions, life, death, and the meaning of it all, how they view the tragic irony of being transient specks of living matter in an otherwise infinite and incomprehensible universe.
All right, what do you want him to say?
We'd better check this one out, Zach.
You really think this is going to sell to a US network?
Yeah.
You've sent the script across?
Yeah.
You've had some response?
Well, nothing concrete, but a high level of interest.
From who?
The reader at NBC said she found the concept intriguing.
The concept's 5 years too late. It's Miami Vice down under.
Yeah, but there's lots of novel twists. You know, one of the cops, Zach, is a PhD.
In astrophysics, a cop in Darlinghurst. And the other's a cordon bleu cook and an ex-world surfing champion from California. Oh, Colin, this is shit.
Yeah, so's Miami Vice.
Yeah, that's classy shit. This is absolute shit.
Well, I can't see the difference.
Yeah, which is exactly why your chance of getting a network sale in the United States is about as remote as a proverbial monkey accidentally typing Hamlet.
Well, I think you're wrong.
I'll be delighted to admit I was wrong. You get a pre-sale from the Americans. We'll finance. Oh, Mike, that script that you're working on with Ilan Ross, that's the sort of thing that we'd be interested in.
All right.
Give me a look at it when you're finished.
Sure.
What's the script you're doing for Elaine?
It's about a guy whose kids get killed in a fun park accident. Elaine said she offered it to you. You turned it down.
Oh, I couldn't see a film in it.
Oh, I reckon it's strong. I reckon it's a winner.
We'll get this one up. He's not the only merchant banker in town.
Mate, it's dead.
Marriages can be awful. Right when your partner's at his lowest ebb, you sink in the boot.
Promoted? You're only 2 rungs under God now.
I get Ian's old office on the 56th floor. You see the whole harbour. I don't know when I'm ever going to get any work done.
I loved that moment. Colin had had his years of being lionised. Now it was my turn.
You've been drinking.
I've had the odd glass. You were right about Sydney. It's the most exciting city in the world.
Eating garlic prawns, too, by the smell of you.
I'm not proud in retrospect, but at the time, I loved it.
Oh, I think I can leave that I really had a hard day. I really want to do the work, sweetheart.
I've always said that'd make a great film. I think it's a great idea, mate, and I'd love to do it. Right. Terry Severino wants me to write his next movie.
Mike, you can't take on any more work. You're doing 5 already.
It's make or break time, hun.
You'll kill yourself.
Yeah. When you're hot to trot, you gotta go.
Don't take any more tablets, please. Your stomach will dissolve.
Hun, if you add up the figures on the contracts I've signed in the last 2 months, it comes to more than I've earned in the last 10 years.
Oh, I know. Mike, it's just lovely.
Hun, you're in pool superieur.
What?
The top chook. Anything less is an insult. Look, there's women out there with 1/10 of what you've got, and they treated me like shit. Now, I just want to say thank you. And this is the only way I know how.
Oh, darling, I'm moved. I am, believe me. But I would much rather be in our old flat with you than sitting here looking at the view while you're in intensive care.
Hun, look, for the first time in my life, I think I've found a game I can win at, all right? We'll take it, mate.
Oh.
Sure, mate, yes, I've finished it. Yep. I'll have it to you in a couple of days. I've just got to put it onto a different disc and print it out. Sure, no problem. The problem was, when you took on half a dozen jobs at once, you eventually had to deliver. I had no shortage of ideas, brilliant ideas. But between the idea and the typewriter, something happened. There was some freak circuit in my brain that right at the last moment, before the idea hit the paper, turned gold into shit. There I was, teetering, on the brink of the success I've always dreamed of. And down there, with their jaws open, the crocodiles were waiting. There had to be a way out. Had to. Listen, mate, you look at this industry of ours. Over 400 movies in the last 15 years, and only one of those has done big business where it counts. In the States, mate. We've been going about the whole thing half-assed. We've got to set up a big production house with 10 or 12 projects going at once, and everything's got to be international. We have international scripts, international stars, international directors. The world is a global village, Malcolm. Nationalism is dead. The climate here is better than California. The technicians are cheaper. We've got local actors do the supporting roles. And if the Americans can't understand the accents, we bring in voice tutors. Mate, if only we'd be honest with ourselves for a change, we'd admit that our accent is bloody awful for the simple reason we don't open our bloody jaw enough. It's all right in the old days when Grandad was out in the bush, he didn't want to get any flies in his mouth. It's guaranteed death to the international saleability of our product.
What do you want, Mike?
You send me to LA. I'll line up the talent, set up the deals. Any projects we make a profit on, we'll split it 50-50. If I don't get anything up, it's just cost you a couple of plane fares.
How much would cover you for stage 1?
100,000? 50.
We'll make it 20,000 for a start. Have you read Anatomy of the Screenplay?
Anatomy?
A hero who knows what he wants and how to get it. That's the sort of script we should be after.
Absolutely.
Leaving in 2 minutes, Penny. Don't put your raincoat in the bag, it's raining. Jeez. Look at that. Look at that.
Malcolm Bennett and Mike McCord. $100 million worth of projects slated for the coming year. Why would Malcolm go into partnership with Mike McCord?
Why did I go into partnership with him? He's Mephistopheles doing the rounds of the industry.
They will make films that will compete on the international market without sacrificing their essential Australian.
He's risen to the top on the strength of Coast Watches, in which he hardly wrote a line. For the first time in my life, I feel I could actually kill.
He's sure to be found out.
I don't think he will. Anyone who can rise so far on the basis of so little has got to be some kind of a genius.
Thanks for coming.
How are things?
Things are fine. I've just taken out a third mortgage on this apartment. My bank manager has given me 30 days to reduce my overdraft by 20,000. Life is very full and very exciting.
Script progressing?
Script progressing, script. You would possibly be referring to the Sanzari script?
Yeah.
No.
Am I going to finish it yet?
Thank you for warning me about him, Colin.
Well, it's not my pleasure.
If you see an old friend about to cast $20,000 to the wind, don't you have a slight obligation to speak a few words of caution? You think I like taking out mortgages?
Script's bad.
Script! I got barely 14 pages and have to go round to his flat and demand it.
Elaine, I couldn't warn you. I've never seen a word he's written.
I have seen several. They're etched on my brain. OK, Rogan, this time the game is up. I got news for you, Mason. The game has barely begun. I thought you might say that, Rogan, but there's something I think you will. I shuffle the deck. I hold the trumps.
I'm relieved.
I imagine that anyone who didn't have to pay $500 for that little exchange would be.
I started having nightmares that the man actually had talent.
I couldn't see any other explanation for his meteoric rise to the top.
He won't last. Oh, he probably will.
I'd like to write the Sanzari story if you're still interested.
I sold the rights.
To who?
To Mike McCord.
You're joking.
I wish I was.
Elaine, you can't be serious. Have you heard about some of the projects they're doing? A $50 million drama about lesbian nuns set in Cincinnati? Why did you sell Sanzari to that little bastard?
It was the only way I could get my 20,000 back.
Why did I ever come to this city? Water in the harbour's not blue, it's green. Cold and hard and green.
The Emerald City of Oz. Everyone comes here along their yellow brick roads looking for the answers to their problems. All they find is the demons within themselves. This city lets them out and lets them rip.
This city's evil. Glitter, money, fashion, fads, corruption, compromise.
Intelligence, professionalism, standards, dedication. It's got the best and the worst. You choose the worst, you've only got yourself to blame.
There's no forgiveness here. There's no compassion. It's a city that walks over its fallen heroes and picks their pockets on the way. If there's not a dollar in it, it just doesn't happen.
Oh, go back to Melbourne then, you whinger. Your inner demons won't get you into trouble there. They wouldn't know what to suggest. My daughter teaches disadvantaged kids on a wage marginally higher than the dole. I keep telling her she's overworked, exploited. She doesn't want to do anything else. She was born and raised here. If you are going to stay here, for God's sake, go and write me a screenplay. Or we'll both be on the dole.
You know damn well any film made for the US market will cheapen and sensationalize everything I've written.
But when the film is released, the book will sell in hundreds of thousands, and the book is what's important.
The film will make you famous all over the world, Kat.
I wrote the book
and the
for my
terms they're
people.
offering are very generous.
Not for personal fortune or fame.
We do have the contractual right to act as your agents.
You mean to say you'd sell the film rights even if I don't want them sold?
I've got a board of directors to face. This is too good a deal to pass.
Deals? That's all I hear about. Nothing about the book or my people.
Which room are they in? In the laundry, if you must know.
Mum, can I go to Daddy's place for the weekend?
No, darling. Did you see her on the news?
Yes.
She's been totally hysterical.
Wouldn't it have been smarter to wait and see if she won the Booker before you sold the film rights?
She's not going to win the Booker. Ian felt it was best to take the offer we had.
Who'd you sell the rights to?
I'm sure the film will be hideous, but it will triple the sales of a book, and the book is what is going to have the lasting impact.
You didn't sell the rights to those.
They offer twice as much as everybody else. Colin, when you're in a top-level executive position, the pressures are enormous. How am I supposed to explain to a board of directors that we turned down a prime international marketing opportunity because I don't like Mike McCord?
I presume you won't be going to London now.
What?
Now that you know you're not going to win the Booker.
We're not absolutely certain.
Your boss's secretary phoned.
What for?
She said that Dorchester was confirmed for both of you.
Ian's decided to come now that Kath's pulled out.
Oh, that's great.
Surely you're not worried on that score.
Why shouldn't I be?
You've seen him.
Looks like a young Cary Grant.
He looks like a garden gnome. Oh, Colin, grow up. Ours is strictly a business relationship.
Actually, he did look more like the young Cary Grant than a garden gnome, and there had been certain indications of interest. I had no intention of taking them up.
Colin, I feel just as badly as you do about a Philistine like Mike getting the film rights, but unfortunately, that's the way the commercial world works.
Well, I suppose there was a certain justice. Without Mike, the book would never have been published.
Busy?
Not particularly.
Writing a script for Elaine, I hear. What's it about?
Victims of corporate greed.
Oh, got your money?
No.
Subject like that, you'd have a bit of trouble getting the money up.
It will. It's set in Australia, it's saying something important and has characters who spend part of their time outside cars and who occasionally talk.
I've got something you might be interested in.
Really?
The Yanks have really gone for black rage.
That surprises me.
Look, I've got to be honest with you. We've had a writer working on it, but the script's got a fair way to go.
What, do you want me to rewrite it?
Mate, there's 150 grand in it for you if you see it through to final draft. It's going to be a big film. The first writer was a hotshot young American, but he couldn't come up with the goods. You bring this off, could make your reputation over there.
Why would the Americans be interested in the plight of our Aboriginals?
We've relocated it.
Relocated it?
We've reset it in Tennessee, and all the characters are black Americans.
Mike, do you have the faintest idea why I might not be interested in doing this job?
But the story's universal. Poverty-stricken black girl grows up to be human rights lawyer. Could happen anywhere.
There are vast differences between Australian Aboriginals and American blacks.
People are people, wherever they live, mate. This is the era of the global village.
Not quite. Hundreds of years of separate histories and environments aren't swept away just because Sesame Street teaches our kids to say, have a nice day.
Nationalism is the most destructive of all human forces, caused countless wars and billions of deaths.
Where are you setting the Sanzari story? Wyoming?
Nebraska. And there could be something in that for you, too.
You're a harlot, mate. You're a harlot. You've sold your soul to the highest bidder and you can stick your 150 grand up your ass.
We can't go backwards. I've been flogging myself within a scalpel's width of major surgery trying to keep our industry afloat. I'm trying to generate $100 million worth of filmmaking, and a fair percentage of that will end up in Australian pockets. How does that make me a harlot?
Those are our stories, Mike. We have a right to them. We need to feel important enough to have fictions written about us. Otherwise, we'll always think that real life happens somewhere else and is spoken in accents other than our own.
I don't understand your point. Harlot.
Who was I to feel judgmental? If my version of Miami Vice had sold to a US network, would I be so virtuous? When I thought seriously about relocating Black Rage to Tennessee, it started to make a certain amount of sense. $150,000 worth of sense.
Dad! Dad, do you know how to do this?
Fractions. Oh, yeah, they're tricky. By the faintest whisker, some residual integrity, some deep-rooted sense of patriotism, or just the ignominy of having to work for Mike prevented me doing it.
All right, so I'm a harlot. Some of us don't have any choice. Colin turned down the job, 150 grand.
Oh. Well, I suppose I can understand why he'd be reluctant to work for you.
I can't. It took me 2 days to convince the yank that he can do the job, and he throws away 150 grand just to spite me. That's insane.
Any luck with lesbian nuns?
I got that through last week.
That's great. Did you have to change the script much?
Only one of the nuns is allowed to be a lesbian, and then it's got to be a tendency and not consummated.
Mike, that's crazy. The whole point of the story is that there are a lot of nuns and they're suffering a hell of a lot of guilt.
Hun, if you sat at my desk day after day trying to get a film through the American system, you'll realise that what I've done is a bloody miracle.
Just occasionally, I'd like to see the truth.
Hun, the only truth that matters in this situation is that they have the money. And if they ask me to change nuns into astronauts and lesbians into donuts, I'll make them a film about astronauts eating donuts. They ask, I give. That's called commerce. It's grubby, I know, but that's how I paid for this view. You don't like it? We go back to Dry Top Manor.
This is a warm welcome.
I'm sorry you didn't win.
I knew we wouldn't. Still, I didn't expect a welcome like this.
You nearly didn't get it. I was planning to be cold and distant.
Bad time while I was gone?
Awful. Shopping without lists is a major trauma, and our daughter's a monster.
How was the Dorchester?
Overrated.
And the garden gnome?
Oh, I didn't see much of him.
Found himself a native.
Black lady.
English Rose.
It's good to have you back.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Actually, Ian didn't find an English Rose, he found me. But what Colin doesn't know won't hurt him. I'd been promoted, I'd been unfaithful, and the marriage was back on an even keel.
How's work?
I'm on the second draft of the screenplay. No money in sight. I'm starting to think it's useless. I mean, why not just jump on the bandwagon and work for the Yanks? Who cares if we don't make our own films anymore?
You in films, mate?
Yes, I write them.
Oh, which ones have you written?
Long Road to Nowhere, Days of Wine and Whitlam, Heroes of the Dardanelles.
Heroes of the Dardanelles? That's my favourite film. I must have seen it 12 times. The kids keep making you get it out on video. Every time that major says, "Righto, men, we've got our orders, we're going. Bayonets only. Remember who you are." That's great. And then that soldier sticks the bayonet in the trench wall, puts his wedding ring on it. Crikey, that gets me in every time. Did you write that?
Yeah. Anyone worth talking to?
If there was, they wouldn't be here.
Finally got that film of yours up then?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, how are the reviews?
Very good.
I only saw the one in the Herald.
That was the only bad one.
Yeah, I tried to catch it. Didn't seem to be around for very long.
It ran for 8 weeks.
8?
If I'd wanted to run for a year, I'd have written Crocodile Dundee.
Well, I wouldn't give much of a return to the investors.
Well, we're hoping for an overseas sale.
Oh, I wish you luck.
American reviewers didn't seem too keen on Sister Nun.
Oh, crying all the way to the bank, we got a $6 million US pre-sale.
I read that you were cutting back on production.
Well, things were a bit harder than we expected, but we're getting there.
Had to shelve Black Rage.
Poor black kid getting to the top's big news in Australia happens every day in the States. Be a bit hard for you to get a new film up now, I suppose.
It's always hard.
Yeah.
Why do they keep inviting him?
Why does he get invited to these things?
If you knew the contempt he was held in by everyone here, he'd never show up at one of these functions again.
I can't even bring myself to hate him anymore. He's just a figure of great pathos.
Because that little movie won't do any good in the States.
Mike, there's a place for movies like his. I liked it.
I just wish that the papers would employ critics who like what the public like for a change, and not give losers like that all the good crits.
If anything that makes me angry is the money he makes. No, I don't want to be rich. It makes me sad to think of all those dollars going to turds like that when serious filmmakers have to beg and scrape.